When you're in conversations with people and spiritual things or Christianity comes up, there's a really good chance someone's going to make a comment about the Bible, and someone's going to probably say something like, "Well, it's just another one of those religious books that's no different. It's just like all the rest." And I can see how people can say that because it is a pretty big book. And if they ever read it as a kid and they by any chance read the King James version, which is Shakespearean, they're going to go, "I'm not into Shakespeare," so there's a good chance they're going to miss it. Well, what we want to do in this video is give you some ideas to be able to raise people's interest in the Bible. So by the time you're done talking to it, they just can't wait for you to tell you a little bit more about it. So we're going to give you a couple of those right now.
The first interesting fact about the Bible that sets it apart, it is the most popular book in the world. It is currently selling 25 million copies every year in the US alone.
Every year.
Yep. And it's actually the most stolen book
Wow.
of all time and the most book given away for free of all time.
Yeah.
So it is the most widely circulated and distributed book in history, being printed tens of billions of times. No other book even comes close. It is
Mm.
also the most translated book of all time. So right now, the entire Bible is printed into about 700 languages. If you take just the New Testament alone, that number jumps to 1,500 languages.
That is a big number.
hmm
Now, how about like the Quran? Because most people would have heard of that.
Right. It's a close second at 47 languages.
That's it.
Just 47
47.
compared to 1,500 and counting.
Wow.
So, yeah, pretty
All right.
impressive.
Another interesting point when it comes to the Bible, it's the most persecuted book. About 10 years ago, my youngest son and I were over in China, in Hong Kong, for about 3 weeks. I was there 3 weeks. He was there for 3 or 4 months, getting the Bible, moving the Bible, smuggling the Bible into China. And then we went down to Vietnam and smuggled some Bibles into Vietnam. And you go, why do you got to smuggle them in? It's because they're banned. They're among the 52 countries right now that have banned the Bible. It's not even
Mhm.
allowed. There's been generations of intellectuals that have tried really super hard to downgrade and discredit the Bible for what it says. There's been more people killed for distributing the Bible than for distributing any other book. And there's all kinds of people that have faced lots of opposition throughout history trying to get it into the hands of people. The first guy who translated the Bible into English, William Tyndale, in the 1500s, guess what happened to him? Was killed.
Yep.
He was
Executed.
killed. He was executed for that.
Mhm.
So it's just amazing that it even survived. That it's so popular, but it survived with so much opposition.
Mhm. Another thing about the Bible is it has the most unique origin of any book. Most books, especially religious books, come from one author that
Mhm.
had maybe one vision or revelation that they wrote down. The Bible is very unique in the fact that it has over 40 different authors, and it was written over a period of 1,500 years on three different continents. That explains the different writing genres and
Yeah.
styles. But even though most of these authors never even met each other, the thing that is so unique about the Bible is that it has one common theme from cover to cover.
Wow. Most people have no idea about that. And you know what that common theme is? It's the common theme of redemption,
hmm
how God and people can come together, which is a great theme. But most people don't know this. So this is your great transition opportunity right here. Is that you say something like, you probably didn't know it had one central theme, did you? One common theme. And they'll say no. Well, if you got a few minutes, I'd love to be able to show that to you. And sure, yeah, especially since you kind of raised their interest level now. And then you get an opportunity not to give them more facts about the Bible, about how long it took to write and all this kind of stuff, but you get to share with them the gospel of Jesus Christ and how their life can be totally transformed. So look at these three, just use them for conversation pieces, and then work with God as He's drawing with people and as He opens up the door to share the gospel that can change somebody's life forever and ever and ever.